Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing Bishop from Marvel Legends. This figure was released in 2017 and he's part of the, I believe you say Sauron Build-A-Figure wave. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not. Right now we're getting the 360 view of the box and what he comes with. It's a nice box. I really, excuse me. So the reason I actually have this figure, I don't really collect too many Marvel Legends. Before I go any further and I keep explaining what I was going to say, as you can see here, this is the Build-A-Figure that it does. Sauron, Dr. Carl's Lycos. So the reason I actually have this figure, I don't really collect that many Marvel Legends. When it comes to Marvel Legend, it's just a small handful, like the Carnage, obviously. I do a few Punishers, maybe a few, let's see, like some Spider-Mans that I really like the Scarlet Spider. I'm probably not going to do a review on that one because I don't want to take him out of the box. It's my personal one, and I just don't want to open him. But anyway, so the reason I actually have this one is because when I was a little kid, young little kid, I got this toy given to me. My dad bought it for me a long time ago, and it was actually a 12-inch figure. Really cheap plastic back in the day. But this is exactly the look he had with that same exact gun, and that's just how to get him. So what we're gonna do next is take him off the turntable and start the unboxing. Alrighty, everyone, let's start the unboxing. This one, I'm not a big fan of these boxes, because I was trying to open this and I didn't. So as you guys have heard that I said plenty of times before that, before I do, toy reviews and unboxings, I do unbox them. They're not fresh, because I'm trying to get a sense of what the figure comes with, and I don't want to miss a single thing where I'm like, hey, oh, I didn't know it comes with this, so I really want to get a lot of information to you guys before I do the video. But anyway, so what I was going to say is I'm not a big fan of this type of box. I like that they open from up here, but they stopped doing that. I'm not too sure why. And now they open from the side right here. And I don't know, I feel like this, it's a little bit better, but at the same time, I don't like it because of this plastic right here. Like the whole box just feels kind of lopsided. It's not boxed anymore. It's really lopsided. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that. As you can see, I'm not having the best of time trying to... Oh, here we go. Get that out of the way. There he is. Bishop. This is more like the comic book, Bishop. Not the comic book, the X-Men, the animated series Bishop, He's not from the movies, he's not really from the comics. I mean, he does have that comic look on him, but I'm sure things are different. And this is, the wing from the Build-A-Figure. So this is all it comes with, 2 pieces right here. What we're going to do next is take everything out of these boxes and see all what the figure comes with. Alrighty, everyone, as you can see, this is all that the figure comes with, just 2 pieces, as you saw earlier from the unboxing. I mean, I was looking at this and it's actually very, very cool. I don't want to go over it too much because it's part of the Build-A-Figure. It's not this figure we'll be reviewing. So I just can't really, I don't really want to go over it too much, but I do want to say the details on it is nice. I mean, look at the wingspan on it. Like, look at that. You can tell this figure is going to be huge, and that's cool that they included that, with that. It has really a lot of articulation, but it does come with this. I don't want to go over it too much because, like I said, it's part of the Build-A-Figure, so let's just put that aside for now. Maybe if I end up collecting the rest of the Build-A-Figure, I'll put them together, and, do a review on the figure itself. But, for now, like I said, I don't want to go too much over it. I will give you, a little bit of close-ups here just so you can see. But then we'll just set it aside for now. I like that transparency almost. Yeah, you can see my finger almost through it. That's cool. Alright, so let's set that aside for now. And just take a look at really the only accessory that this figure comes with for himself is this kind of like shotgun looking thing. I know Bishop's from the future. He, the story from Bishop is Actually, I was actually just thinking of Cable. I'm sorry, Jesus. Yeah, but I know Bishop's from the future. Well, he doesn't show up until the future. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys seen Days of Future Past when he's there only in the future. I mean, he has that power where he can absorb power and he uses his gun to shoot that power out and stuff like that. Um, I never was a huge fan of Bishop. Like I said, the only reason I really have him was because when I was growing up, I had the figure, and I just wanted the figure again. So this is the gun he comes with. I don't know. It just kind of looks plain as you know, compared to the other figures that I have done reviews, like I don't know, like the John Wicks, the Punishers, all those, like those guns, even though they were just all solid black plastic casting, you know, they had a lot of details. But this one, it's the same, you know, you can see the two barrels right there, but it's the same, just a plain black, really nothing intricate about it. I mean, it doesn't even have a trigger. You know, I don't know that this wasn't a. I'm not a big fan of this at all. I feel like they could have done something a lot better for the weapon. We've seen him have, you know, ridiculous type of weapons in the comic books and the, you know, in the cartoon, even in the movie. You know, why couldn't they give him something like that? You know, so I think they focus too much on the character himself than the weapon. So we're going to put that down. So that's everything that the figure comes with. What we're going to do next is bring up the figure and take a closer look. Alrighty, folks, here he is. Big Bad Bishop. I would really actually like to see a fight between Bishop and Cable. That would be just an amazing fight. Both of them with their advanced weapons, you know, both from the future and things like that. I think that would really be cool. You can tell. So I know a little bit about Bishop. I know, you know, his grandmother tells him, you know, some things about, you know, the mutants. So he, you know, at first he's actually against the mutants. He's trying to go out and before he joins the X-Men, he actually is against the X-Men, and he's trying to actually kill Gambit. Actually, I believe. For a while, at least that's what I remember from the cartoon. But in the future, they actually start marking the mutants with an M on their face, and that's why he has that M on his face. So as far as the character himself, there's a few things I don't like about him. Not the character, I'm sorry, the figure. There's a few things I don't like about him, and a few things that I really think are awesome about him. So, you know, honestly, let's start with the first thing will be the head sculpt. Really nice head sculpt, actually. They did a lot of detail on the face itself. I mean, the eyes are, you know, white, no other color. I mean, and that's how he is. They put the M obviously on him for the mutant. The long hair and, you know, the goatee there with that little smirk that he has. That's just amazing. I think they really did a good job as far as with this, you know, with his skin to match this right here as well. His skin on his arms. Sometimes you get a figure where they don't match. They're like different tones of you know, of skin color. So I really like that they kept with that. I like the scarf. I like it that it's not like molded plastic onto, you know, his chest. It's actually, I mean, it is plastic, but it's just kind of there like if it was a scarf. I really like that touch. Really like that. And then you got his, I guess, harness around him, which goes all the way around his body. And I like it that it's not molded onto his body. Like, so the 12-inch figure that I had, all this stuff was molded on. So this couldn't flap. This wasn't loose like this. Everything was just all molded. And he only had, like, you know, you can only move this, you know, this way, 90 degrees. And I believe his wrists were just completely, you know, locked. Like, you could not move them. It was just, you know, back in the day in the 90s, those figures were just really, really plain. It's almost like if you were taking a Toy Biz figure from 1994 to 1995 Carnage that you've seen. You got those, and you just upscale into 12 inches, and that's the figure we're talking about. So other than that, like I said, I do like that the harness is not stuck on and molded on his body. Same with the belt, as you can see. I like that blue that they gave him. It's not like a shiny blue, almost like a metallic one, but it's just like a plain, almost matte blue, almost. There is a little bit of like shininess to it, so it's not completely flat. So I like that. I like that they give him a, you know, somewhere to hold his weapon. I'm gonna bring his weapon out real quick. I like that. Now I was actually looking at this, and I think it only goes in this way, because this way it kind of gets stuck. Now, actually, I think it goes this way. I would think it went this way because, you know, he would reach back and grab it. Obviously, he can actually do it. And it kind of gets stuck right here, actually. You can tell it has like a little bit of friction right here. As when you put it in this way, it falls right through. So I don't know what they were thinking with that. Maybe they could have made it a little bit molded. I'm sorry, I had to lay him down. I just kind of look at him with the camera. So I like it that maybe, you know, maybe it's supposed to go right there. That's you know, I'll just leave it there for now. I like that it goes like that. That's cool. Let's see what else. I like the designs that they put them on this. That's something that a lot of people, when they do a figure, you know, back in the day, they would put in, you know, so much work, you know, making the toy and everything, but they would forget the little details like this. This little thing right here, and this. I don't remember my other figure having him at all whatsoever. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while, so I'll have to look, you know, go back and take a look, you know, through pictures if I can, you know, find him and see if he does have him. The only other things that I really do, this is kind of something I'm not doing, no, you know, things I like, things I don't like, but this is one thing I really didn't like about this figure is these are, I think they're supposed to be like rolled up sleeves, part of his sleeves, or if they're just probably around his, you know, his biceps. But they, you know, whenever you move, look at that. I just barely even tried and it just came down. I don't like that. Maybe that should have been molded, just so it wouldn't keep coming, you know, on and off. But I don't like that at all. The other thing I don't like is both his hands are trigger fingers. I get it. You can put the weapon on either hand and use it, but I don't know. I would prefer one hand to be kind of like, you know, cuffed almost, so you can be grabbing the. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I would prefer if one hand was, you know, holding. Can I get your weapon there? Sorry about that. It's a little hard to be looking through the camera to try to do this, so I'm kind of looking away from the other side. I mean, I'm not all the way, but the side of the camera. There we go. That was kind of stiff. Wow. Well, kind of thinking about it now, his fingers does fit kind of nice up in there. But it would be nice if you can get this. I just said his finger fits kind of nice, and it really doesn't. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry. I was looking at it through the camera, and it's really hard. So it'd be nice if you can do this, but also have him like this, so he can be grabbing onto, like, I guess the, you know, where he cocks the shotgun. I don't know if this is a shotgun or not, but he can. Look. Looks really weird. Really, really weird. He doesn't come with, you know, a switch out hand or anything like that. I mean, what, he's gonna cock, you know, cock it back like this with two fingers? Like, I don't like that. That's a big gripe of mine. I just didn't like that. And other than that, I just actually, wow, I cannot believe I just took that out. I didn't even try that hard. It just kind of just popped off. But there we go. It just popped off by itself. Other than that, yeah, this figure looks not too bad. It's not really, I know some figures, some Marvel Legends are really, really nicely done, but this one I just feel kind of has like a lot of imperfections. Like, look at this. Like, you can see the plastic right here still. What I mean by plastic, it's like it's not smooth. There's a lot of, like, really a lot of imperfections all the way around this figure, which I'm not a big fan of. They could have done a lot better with the figure. But overall, you know, for the price, I guess I'm not complaining. Last thing we're going to look at are his boots. I like that they're not shiny. A lot of people put his boots that they're shiny, and they're not shiny. They're more of a flat, like, you know, almost like his bodysuit type of thing. They're not completely shiny black, or you know, shiny. They're not even black. I've seen some you know, figures that has black boots. They're not black. They're also blue. They're just a darker color blue. So that is the figure getting a good look. And before I continue on to articulation, let me stand him back up here. There we go. Before we do articulation, I just finally remembered we'll do a height on him. No, I should have done that first. That's the first thing I should have done. He is, Jesus, he's at like 7 inches. He is not taller, he is not lower, he is at 7 inches. Wow. First figure I've seen that's actually 7 inches. So what we're gonna do next, I'm obviously gonna take the gun off of his hand, but what we're gonna do next is go over articulation. Alrighty, folks, so going over articulation of this figure. Right now I have the kind of, well, So the camera should be facing like this so you can get a better view of him. But I actually have him up here and kind of faces now, and that way I can bring the figure up close to the camera and I can show you everything that I'm doing. And that's the reason I kind of had a different view. But starting off with the articulation is, go from, top to bottom. So for sure his head does have a nice, turn. It does not do a 360 because you can see his hair stops it. Maybe if you were to move this around, maybe you can get a good 360 turn. But because, his hair is in the way, I don't want to, damage the plastic, the yellow, put any scuff marks, nothing like that in the figure. I'm not going to try to force it. So he does turn, a good almost 90 on both sides. I know he does go down. There we go. And back up, so that's it's really good movement for his head. Good. He goes, he got side to side as well. As far as his arms go, he has a 360 turn. I do believe he also has a 360 turn at his bicep. Yes, he does. That was a little loose, so now it's, or I'm sorry, it was a little stiff. Now it's kind of a little bit loose. There is no butterfly joint. He does have a double bend joint, a double joint at the elbow, so it gives him better, better movement. Yeah, double bend joint. Yeah, double bend joint. He does have a single. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to say he has a single ball joint, but I don't even think it's a single ball joint actually at his wrist. I think it just turns 360. Most single ball joints will turn 360 and actually have like that, goes downward and upward. This one does not have it, I don't think. I don't see the ball joint there. I think it just pegged in, the ball is here, on actual hand, and there's no movement. Huh, I didn't see that. That's awesome. That's not awesome, I'm sorry. They could have done a lot better with that. As far as the torso goes, he does have a ratchet clicking noise here. There we go. I'm not going to go too much. I don't really like that. It was kind of stiff going back, but he does have movement at the torso, which has kind of like a ratchet kind of, you know what? Because this is a review, I'll go ahead and do it. He goes down to about there. And he goes back to about there. Well, it's actually kind of far back. Okay. As far as the waist is concerned, he does have movement. I do believe if you were able to take this up a lot more, or maybe take it off, you can have a 360 turn, but you can have a nice almost 90 turn on both sides. This is really pushing it actually, because it's actually scraping really bad back here with these. He does have a nice turn at the waist there. As far as his legs go, let's see. He goes up to about there, and he goes back. Not too far back, because his little behind is actually stopping at that little curve right there, a crease. So he doesn't go too far back at all. He does have a 360 turn at the thigh, which is nice. He does have also a double bend joint at the knee, so it makes him go further than 90 degrees. There is no movement at the calf. Actually, I'm sorry, yes there is. There is a 360 movement at the calf, which is nice. And see, this is why you take out the figures and look at him and do kind of like a overview of the figures before you do so this is the reason you get the box, you unbox it, and then you do the unboxing again, is because you look at things like this. That's kind of embarrassing that it said it didn't have it and it did. So as far as the ankle is concerned, he goes back to about there. And it goes up to about there. There is no toe movement, which is, I know for sure. And he does have some sideways movement. Actually, a lot. That's kind of, well, that looks kind of weird, huh? But yeah, so that's all the articulation for the figure. And we're not going to do any comparisons. I don't want to bring out the carnages. I mean, even though he was probably on some Spider-Man, Spider-Man was with him, you didn't see any carnages with him, but I'm not going to do any comparisons. If I do have any other, Marvel Legends X-Men, I'll do a comparison with him. So I don't want to bring out like Diamond Select or NECA, and they're not no X-Men. I was looking through some past videos of mine and some videos that I've seen online, and I don't know that I seen this video where this guy was doing comparisons of just completely different figures, Toy Biz, NECA, Mezco, and they were just completely, random ones, and they just didn't really go so well. I mean, you guys know I did the tape measure and the height on this one. If you guys really want to know, how he looks next to a Toy Biz, the Toy Biz is only, 5 inches, from my previous video. So 5 inches and 7 inches, this is a, 2 inches taller. So as far as doing comparisons, I'm going to stick most figures with their perspective groups as per se. Like if I do have another X-Men, I'll do a comparison with this one, with this one, and have, two X-Men Marvel Legends. Or if I get a Diamond Select X-Men, I'll do a comparison with him. But as far as putting, I don't know, like the Punisher or a John Wick in here to do a comparison, that's not going to look too good, at least for me, in my opinion. If you guys think I'm wrong or you have any other opinions, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about that. But that's my opinion and my take on how I'm going to do it for now. Alrighty, everyone. So there he is. Bishop from Marvel Legends, released in 2017. If you liked the video, please like and share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, please comment down below. If you have anything to say, anything good, bad, anything at all to say, please comment down below. That'll help me a lot. Any comment, whether it be good or bad, is a comment and it helps. Please, I ask, if you do watch the videos, please watch them all the way through. YouTube actually really pays attention to that. When you don't watch them all the way through, they don't circulate the videos through Netflix itself. I'm not sorry, Netflix, YouTube. They do put, I guess it's called the analytics. Or the algorithms. I'm not too sure about that, but please, if you do watch the videos, watch them all the way through. Please give me a thumbs up. Please, do the notifications, something to help me push the videos a little bit more. I want to start getting more subscribers. I kind of topped at a certain amount, and I haven't moved, and I really want to get my videos out there. If there's anything I can do to improve my videos, please let me know. I do have an Instagram. If you want to give me a follow, please do so. The link will be down in the description below. I will also be putting a sneak peek photos of videos I will be doing before YouTube. That being said, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.